funny how in the 2020s, both Batman and Superman, some of the most iconic superheroes in history, have both gotten a reboot in the exact same decade. They've had more reboots by now than I've had hot dinners. Superman, the 2025 reboot and the start of the new DC universe after the previous one concluded 2 years ago. Written and directed by James Gunn, the man who gave us Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad, which is still his greatest achievement in my opinion. And this tells the story of is it a bird, is it a plane? No, it's James Gunn's new take on Superman, where he entirely passes by the Superman origin story, where we cut to Superman in adulthood already wearing the suit, and Lex Luthor discovers the message from Kal-El's parents and uses that to turn the public against our hero, although that doesn't stop our hero from confronting Lex and exposing Lex for who he is, with the help of his reporter love interest Lois Lane, who he has some disagreements with about the way he handled visiting the president of a country that Lex sets up America to invade, as well as the Justice Gang that consists of Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific. I will forever defend the old DCEU from 2013 to 2023, and I will never get the hate for it. And people who hate it forget it had some gems like Wonder Woman, the Suicide Squad, Aquaman, and Shazam, and yes, and Birds of Prey. Let's not forget. So ask yourselves this: was it really that bad? Heck, it even made it to 16 movies, so that is still a success. I certainly don't think Henry Cavill deserved to be fired like that, and Man of Steel 3 did not need to be cancelled, so making the Black Adam post-credit scene entirely redundant. Now, I still don't think James Gunn needed to completely start from scratch, and didn't need to, restart the DCU by any means. I'm fine with him being the new CEO of DC. Nothing against that after he did such a phenomenal job with the Suicide Squad, but I do think he's slightly overrated as a director, and not all of his movies have had a perfect track record. Just look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And this is James Gunn's first non-superhero team movie, but his first time directing just a solo superhero movie, and it is technically the 9th a Superman film in general, if you count Supergirl and Batman vs Superman. I am pleased to say, if you were somebody who was not on board with the original DCEU, I think this is what you're looking for, and you will see this as the returner to former for the son of Krypton. But on the flip side, if you are a old DCU defender and a Man of Steel defender like I am, and who is passionate about the Snyderverse, then you may be lukewarm on this movie. And James Gunn's Superman, as for my honest thoughts, this is a good, just not a great Superman movie. It is not the super classic that it could have been, but it's one of the stronger Superman movies, I am happy to say. However, I will say this is James Gunn's weakest film. It's around on par with Guardians of Volume 2, and it's probably the weakest superhero movie I have watched this year. Yes, I even liked Captain America Brave New World and Thunderbolts more than this. I'm gonna get controversial, but I don't think this is as good as any of the previous DCEU movies. That said, there is still lots to take away from this movie. It captured the fun aspect of Superman extremely well. There is fun to be had, and I can see why those that want a more light-hearted Superman are going to rave about this movie. And James Gunn did make the smart move of skipping the origin story again, because how many times have we seen that now at this point? And David Cornsweet as Clark Kent Kal-El / Superman. He is not my favourite Superman. I'm a devoted Henry Cavill fan, but he is still well cast. He's I'd certainly take him as Superman over Brandon Roth any day. He does look heroic in the suit, and ladies, you will be glad to know he does have red underwear, so you will find him handsome. And and his Superman is not like an alien like Henry Cavill's Superman. That's what made his Superman, in my eyes, weaker than Henry Cavill. The fact that Henry Cavill made his Superman feel like an alien and more like a god, which is what Superman should be, whereas David's Superman is a little more relatable and a little more down to earth and human, which is a solid character arc. The fact that he needs to show Earth that he is a human despite not coming from Earth, and he is on their side and not our enemy, and to show that Lex is just spreading a bunch of BS about him, and Crypto, his dog, stole the frigging show. Crypto will melt your heart. We only saw Crypto the super dog in that animated series, but we've never seen him in a live action Superman movie until now, so thank you, James Gunn, for bringing Crypto in. Even Skylar Gizgo, who played Max in The Quarry, he works for the Daily Planet in this movie, and he flirts with Lex Luthor's girlfriend, which was the most hilarious storyline in the film. Rachel Brosnan was also well cast as Lois Lane, and she and Clark's argument was one of the most gripping moments in the movie. You do care about them as a couple, and you don't want to see them fall out. It's good that this film has showed that the relationship between Lois and Clark was not perfect, and they wouldn't always agree. And Nicholas Hoult also did a good job as Lex Luthor. Gene Hackman will always be the Lex Luthor to me, but Nicholas's Lex is wonderfully over the top and a strong threat to Superman, not only turning the public against him, but for imprisoning him in the Pocket Universe with the kryptonite. We see the full damage that the kryptonite can do to him in this film, even though that shot of Lex's goons taking out the robots in the Fortress of Solitude did look fake as hell. Yeah, the CGI in this film could have been better polished, but although that's gigantic beast Superman and the Justice Gang need to take down in Metropolis, I mean, that was the most visually stunning part of the film. And the cameos in this movie will knock your socks off, especially Sean Gunn's cameo from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and stay for the final scene because Supergirl appears to, of course, tease us for her upcoming movie in 2026, which I am beyond hyped for. Please be the best Superman movie. And that's about all I have for the good. And as for the stuff that underwhelmed me, Martha and Jonathan Kent, not only were they miscast, they weren't nearly as strongly casted as Diane Lane or Kevin Costner. They were barely in the movie, and Superman barely got to interact with them, and this film did feel more like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie in places than a Superman one. The Justice Gang weren't needed. They felt they gave me complete Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, and I'm like, James Gunn, you didn't need to bring a superhero team into a solo Superman movie. And when Lois was going to the Pocket Universe with Mr. Terrific, it felt more like she had more scenes with him than with Superman. And that moment when he's protecting her in the shield and taking out all the soldiers, and the "It was fun, fun, fun" song is playing, I'm like, James Gunn, that is way too Guardians of the Galaxy for this movie. It's out of place. Plus, Lex Luthor setting up the invasion of Broden or that's other country, totally unnecessary. That could have been cut from the film. I could not care less about that storyline. It made it more complicated than it needed to be, and the revelation and the twist of Ultraman, with him being just an evil clone of Superman. Really, James Gunn? Now you're copying Superman 3 with the evil twin of Superman. Yeah, the action in this movie is enjoyable for what it is, but it's not nearly as epic as the action in Man of Steel. Yeah, Man of Steel's climax was so much more breathtaking, and there was more emotional weight to it. With we saw the consequences of Superman's actions after he was forced to kill Zod, but here the stakes felt lower in comparison. And that soundtrack, it was just there. I don't recall a single track. Total step down from Hans Zimmer's score from Man of Steel. So on the whole, Superman 2025 is a decent enough start to the new DC universe. I liked it but didn't love it. But I still trust James Gunn that he knows what he's doing, and I hope the best of his DC universe is still yet to come.
I give Superman 2025 3 stars out of 5. Good movie. Not bad, James Gunn. Not bad.
But I'm happy to hear this movie is soaring at the box office, as DC does need this, because nearly all of their movies, aside from the Batman, have been a box office flop this decade. That's it, folks. That's the road to Superman 2025 done. Now, all we needed to do is the Superman ranking. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Superman 2025? Is it one of your favourite Superman movies or one of your least favourite? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I rank the Superman movies from 1978 to 2025. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.